Hello, I'm Chuck Phillip, South Alabama Home Inspections. I'm going to do a brief video on smoke detectors. Hopefully you do have these in your house, but when I do my home inspections, I often find these missing or just simply not located in the areas they should be installed. And so really you should have a smoke detector in every bedroom, preferably right inside the doorway and 12 inches from any corner. And you also need to have these in every hallway that services bedrooms as well. Now, this particular model here is a battery operated model and also uses smoke pin to test it because I want to make sure that smoke will activate this in lieu of this push button, which is what the manufacturer suggests you do periodically. But this here has a series of dip switches on the back so where these detectors will communicate with the rest of them inside the house. And so this is a good thing, especially if you have a larger home. You may not hear a detector going off on the far side, and so it will tell these other ones to also alarm if one or the other goes off. Now, if you have any kind of natural gas appliances in the house, your furnace, stove, water heater, whatever, you should have a combination smoke and carbon monoxide detector. But if you don't, then I recommend adding these standalone carbon monoxide detectors, and they should be installed in every level of the house, including every hallway that services bedrooms. Now, they don't have to be mounted halfway up the wall like I've seen in some cases. These can be mounted on the ceiling. Carbon monoxide has the same density as air, and that's why some of these smoke detectors are combination smoke and carbon monoxide. Now, if you have a garage, especially an attached garage, I recommend that the heat detector be put in the garage areas because that's just a better detector for that location. But if you have any encapsulated areas, like if you've enclosed your garage and you're using that for a living space, or if you have an encapsulated attic or crawl space, then I recommend you add communicating smoke detectors in those areas just in case you have a problem with one of those areas as a result of a fire. But going back to the garage, that's really an important area to be monitored because two of the house fires in my neighborhood has been a result of a garage catching on fire, and apparently the smoke detector did not work or did not communicate that there was a problem there to the residents, and as a result both these houses burnt down to the ground. Now, on another note, I also recommend adding a fire extinguisher and have it mounted to the wall so that way you know where it's at and also know how to use it. And in your windows, make sure that they open and close, and make sure your kids know how to open and close them as well, because that may be the only fire escape you've got. And if they're hard to open, I recommend taking spray silicone. That seems to be a pretty good lubricant to free up those windows and keep them operating. But the main thing is to open and close them a few times a year. So I hope this has been somewhat informative. I'm Chuck Phillip with South Alabama Home Inspections. Have a safe holiday season and Merry Christmas.